goes to news van, send 2 to news van. Let's put router 6 in news van. Okay, now what do we need? Main 1 got an up there, so let's go camera 2 and put 4 on that. Iris up a little bit on 4. Then in main 3, let's have a, no, do main 2, give me an offset triple. And then we'll go router 6, cam 1, and router 5. Main 3 fast back there. Fast back, circle B with season 5.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think we want to go sub 2. That we can make our offset double. And then offset double between B and 1. Got 2 back-to-back fast back. I don't think I want to set. I think it's better just to set fast back rather than get 2 rows. As far as getting extra rows, they'll be on the camera for a second until we can get that fast back reset. It goes far as we keep moving. Starting with survey. About 30 seconds to top show.
Yeah, we're back at that. 2 minutes to team record.
Adriana needs to step to her left just a little bit. 10. Right there. Alright, come server A in. 5,
Rebecca, for the
4,
coverage
3,
process,
2,
we're gonna toss to
1.
John Rogers.
And up.
He's gonna go about 45 seconds.
Right now on 7 News, President Trump's so-called
Camera
big,
2.
beautiful bill in limbo ahead of the president's Friday deadline.
Right, this place right now, this is the legislative process.
The president lashing out overnight at Republican holdouts as party leaders work to persuade them to vote yes.
Torture and mistreatment. That is what lawyers for Kilmar Abrego Garcia say he experienced in that notorious prison in El Salvador. The new details we're learning as the Trump administration plans to deport him once again.
A congressional intern shot and killed in D.C. How he's being remembered as police ask for your help finding his killer.
The 7 News I-Team exposing the dark side of the baby food industry. Details on the new push to get harmful metals out of your child's food.
We're warm and sunny for your Thursday, and the 4th of July is looking great too. I'll have your fireworks forecast next.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Straight to our top story this morning, we expect a vote to happen in the House on Trump's so-called big, beautiful bill between 8:30 or so. Good morning to you, Washington. I'm Adriana Hopkins.
And I'm Melanie Hastings in for Adam Longo, and you're looking here at live pictures from the House floor. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is speaking against the bill right now. He's been speaking for some time, and some GOP holdouts are calling into question whether Republicans have the votes for it to pass. And with all Democrats poised to vote no, House Republicans need all but 3 of their members to vote yes in order to pass this bill.
And they are up against a deadline from President Trump. He wants to have this bill on his desk tomorrow. 7 News is on your side. We got team coverage on what this all means for you. Rebecca Turco is live on Capitol Hill with a closer look at what is in the bill. But we start right now with John Rogers at the Alert Desk.
And John, President Trump had some words for these GOP holdouts overnight, right?
Yeah, he had to work with them over the phone, talked all night, working to get them over. And also, he put up stuff on social media, posted this in the middle of the night on Truth Social, saying, what are Republicans waiting for? MAGA is not happy, and it's costing you votes. At about 3:30 this morning, the GOP did secure enough votes on a procedural motion to advance this bill to the House floor for a vote. It had been a very long night with 5 Republican holdouts preventing the mega bill from moving forward. House Speaker
Did my
Mike Johnson
name
could only
too?
afford to
Oh my
lose
God.
3
They managed.
defections, so at least 2 have since changed their stance. Right now we have Hakeem Jeffries speaking on the floor now. He's been speaking for about an hour or so now. As I mentioned, President Trump had been reaching out to lawmakers all night long to change their minds, but since they've now passed this
It's a
procedural
stupid
vote,
floated
we're told there
line.
needs to be about an hour or so for
Jordan, is that
debate. Again,
floated?
as I mentioned, he'd been there for about an hour, so we're waiting for him to wrap up.
Too.
And then there will be a final vote on the big beautiful bill sometime within the next couple of hours. So we'll be watching to see if this passes in time for President Trump's self-imposed July 4th deadline.
I love
Our
it.
team coverage continues now with 7 News' Rebecca Turco. She is digging into what all of this could mean for your bank account. So, Rebecca, what can we expect here?
Okay.
Well, if this all goes through, it's really a question of how much of a tax break you could get, and that depends on what your income is. So a CNN analysis points to a tax policy center analysis that shows nearly 60% of those cuts would benefit only the top 20% of households. That's those making $217,000 or more, while most middle and low-income Americans might not see a big change in their tax bill. Then there's Medicaid. The CNN analysis shows millions would lose coverage. There's also changes when it comes to food stamps, with a requirement that people who receive SNAP benefits would have to work to keep them. And if your health insurance is through the Affordable Care Act, you could have a harder time enrolling with increased verification requirements. There'd also be a temporary tax break for workers who receive tips or overtime pay. The child tax credit would increase by a couple $100s, and as part of a pilot program, babies born between now and 2028 would receive a $1,000 nest egg from the government to be invested, just like a 401k plan. But none of this is a done deal just yet. We know that some Republican opinions even are varying here.
Track take.
Our goals were how do we create an economy
Nubio
that works
Addis,
for
am I
working
router
middle
5
America?
with?
We're adding debt to our children who grandchildren
Is a curse.
who are defenseless. Debt is a curse.
Take life gift.
So will lawmakers reach the president's self-imposed deadline? That's the big question here. We're going to keep monitoring that for you. Live on Capitol Hill, Rebecca Turco, 7 News.
Take.
All right, thanks so much, Rebecca. And stay with 7 News as we continue to track the progress of President Trump's agenda bill. We're going to have much more later this hour and right up now on our website.
Let's check in on the forecast. We're in for a sunny and warm day ahead. Here is a live look from the Netherlands, Carolina, and Arlington, looking toward D.C. A great shot there from 7 News photographer Joe Ball.
Very pretty, and checking in with Eileen right now. And let's just call this a 2 thumbs up kind of holiday weekend, right?
I am so excited. And by the way, pro tip, the Netherlands, Carolina, it's a great spot to be able to see the fireworks. Anyways, let's take a look at the forecast, guys, over the next 3 days, because we are going to be looking really good. I mean, especially for early July, it's going to be hot, dry, and not too terribly humid. Tomorrow we're at 88. We've also got some cooler mornings coming our way, especially heading into the weekend. Right now, we're starting at 75 degrees. It still feels a little humid, but the dew point has dropped now into the upper 60s. Our winds are calm, but as we go through the day, humidity levels will actually fall. So it will be a seasonably hot day. Grab the sunglasses out the door, and we will see those temperatures climbing quickly here through the morning hours. We're already 85 by 10 o'clock, 89 there at noon, and feeling about 90 through the afternoon. And as I mentioned, maybe feeling a little sticky out there right now, but I'd say by about lunchtime and through the middle of the afternoon, yes, it'll be hot, but not too terribly humid. We'll start looking ahead to the fireworks forecast coming up, but let's get a check on the road with Carlos
Camera
Ramirez.
1, go
Thank
rock,
you so much,
and 1
Eileen.
go
For the
rock.
most part, traffic is not the worst in the world just yet. Let's go around town and see what's going on. Eastbound side of 66, you'll notice some of that sun glare, of course, as well as light volume. You'll notice that on the map itself, it all looks green. So basically, what you're seeing in camera here is the only real delay that you're going to see if you're past the Prince William Parkway. Similarly, if you head southbound 270, completely up to speed with the camera isn't slow. Out of the Beltway, you want to slow down towards Georgia Avenue. 395 is up to speed across the 14th Street Bridge. However, that camera is frozen. I'll show you a better one in a second. That's your traffic watch.
I'll take you.
All right, Carlos, thank you. Now to a developing story, and lawyers for Kilmar Abrego Garcia say he was subjected to severe mistreatment during his time at the notorious Secot mega prison in El Salvador. In court documents filed yesterday, Abrego Garcia says he was forced to stay in an overcrowded cell and was subjected to, quote, severe beatings, sleep deprivation, and psychological torture. The documents are part of a lawsuit Abrego Garcia's wife filed against the Trump administration after he was mistakenly deported back in March. The White House is asking a judge to dismiss the lawsuit, arguing that they have already returned Abrego Garcia to the U.S. as ordered by the High Court.
DC police are asking for your help tracking down the suspects who shot and killed a congressional intern Monday night. This happened near the Mount Vernon Square metro station in Northwest. Officers say these suspects got out of a car and started firing at a group. Police found the car, but they've not made any arrests yet. Kansas Congressman Ron Estes identified the intern killed as 21-year-old Eric Tarpinian Jachem. He was heading into his senior year at the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. The Republican congressman says Tarpinian Jachem joined his office back in June. DC police say he was not the target of the shooting. A woman and a minor were also injured.
Happening today, we expect new details in the arrest of a local police officer on child sex crimes. Frederick City Corporal James Dodson faces several felony charges, including soliciting a minor and having child pornography. Another officer within the department reported the alleged crimes. Dodson is currently suspended. The police chief has said that he will answer more questions during a public briefing today. 7 News, of course, will keep you updated.
Well, 16 men are now facing charges in Fairfax County as part of a major sting called Caught in the Web. Police say the men here on your screen traveled from across the U.S. and Canada, and they were online to speak with people they thought were underage.
I'm not sure that the crimes that these perpetrators commit can ever result in rehabilitation. Incarceration is the prescription. I'm looking forward to the day where one of these operations is launched and no criminal takes the bait.
Well, the chief says summer is a particularly vulnerable time of the year because children are online a lot more.
Well, the man accused of being behind the wheel of this vehicle seen driving across the National Mall is now facing federal charges. 30-year-old Curtis Lear of D.C. is charged with reckless driving, destruction of government property, and assault with a dangerous weapon. Hundreds of visitors were on the mall when this happened, and it caused more than $9,000 in damage to the mall.
Prince George's County Police are now increasing speed enforcement on Indian Head Highway after yet another fatal crash. Tuesday night, a Jeep Compass occupied by 5 women slammed into a Jersey wall. This happened at the Kirby Hill Road northbound exit, and 2 of the women were killed, including 70-year-old Ursula Chern of D.C. The others were all injured, 2 of them critically.
It just befuddles me that something that is so controllable is so much out of control. And this highway just fits the perfect picture of that.
For years, Indian Head Highway has been considered the most dangerous road in Maryland. Another fatal crash at that exact spot happened earlier this year. 7 News asked the State Highway Administration if the exit ramp's design might be a factor. A spokesperson says after this latest crash, an engineering review of the interchange will be done.
We are learning more about a scary situation at a fireworks safety event in Prince George's County yesterday. The newly named fire chief, Valmitria Michaelides, collapsed at the podium while taking questions from reporters, and you can see first responders there crowding around helping her before she was taken to the hospital. Officials say she is now recovered after receiving treatment, and she issued a statement thanking the firefighters and the paramedics who rushed to help her, as well as the hospital staff.
A couple whose 3 Jewish children attended the Naismith School in Herndon has filed a complaint alleging anti-Semitism. Virginia's Attorney General office is investigating. Naismith is a private K-8 school. The couple says their kids were subjected to months of anti-Semitic bullying. 2 of the children were allegedly made to create a drawing with other students which appears to depict Adolf Hitler. A family attorney says he is shocked at how normalized anti-Semitism has become.
We've seen protests in streets and we've seen protests in college campuses. This is an elementary school.
Well, the parents say when they spoke about their concerns to the headmaster, one daughter was told to toughen up. Eventually, the parents were told all 4 kids were being expelled because the situation had become a distraction. 7 News reached out to the headmaster. We are still waiting to hear back.
I'll take my
I have a recall warning that involves a very popular breakfast food. I'm at the alert desk and I'll tell you all about it.
And aging public housing in D.C. is leading to some major problems for residents, but now a big change is coming to more more than 3,500 units. That's coming up next.
Break. Alright, out of break, we'll come back down to the CZ3-1. You know, camera 1 goes to the news vans.